welcome to Rocktown. So I've been using this same stove, I don't know, at least 25 years. And it's been all over with me. I've had it, it's been to Alaska, it's been to Wyoming and Montana, the high desert of Arizona, it's been to Utah. It's been a good stove. But it's kind of heavy. And it's kind of bulky. And back at Christmas, I went camping with my nephew, and he had just a cheap one he bought off of Amazon. But I was really quite impressed with how small and light it was, and how well it worked. It seemed to work a lot better than mine. So maybe it's time to upgrade. And this is the first time I've been up here to Rocktown in quite some time. It's been years since I've been up here. Matter of fact, the first time I came up here, the road was gravel all the way. And now they have it paved most of the way up to the top of the mountain. Something else that's changed is now you have to either have a hunting license or fishing license or buy a land pass. And back in the old days, that wasn't necessary unless you were hunting or fishing. So the hike in is really easy, flat, level the whole way. And it's an out and back trail, so it's only about a mile. And I could see where it would be easy to get turned around and lost in here, though. I saw a couple signs that were marking, trailhead this way. So I'm heading out now, and I spent probably a couple hours scrambling and playing on the rocks. This is definitely a cool place to come, but I would recommend coming when the weather's cool, because I imagine during the summer There could be a lot of snakes in there. Of course, you can't come during deer season. This is wildlife management area, and they close it off to all the other activities except for hunting during hunting season. And you know, there's probably, I'm not sure how, when I say probably, I'm not sure how many caves there are, but there are a lot of caves up here. The two most well known are Ellison's and Pettyjohn's. Ellison's is famous because of the fantastic pit, which you have to be pretty much an expert in spelunking to tackle that. But Pettyjohn's is what they refer to as the sacrificial cave. And most people know where it's at, and there's lots of graffiti and trash in there. But it's a muddy cave, but it's a cool cave. And besides Rocktown here, there's a spot they call the Lost Wall, which people go climbing on. And there's also horseback riding, and apparently people do hang gliding from up here. There are some cliffs up here on top of Pigeon Mountain. Anyway, I've got about, you know, a mile to hike out. And I guess I'll see you guys back at the trailhead. So I'm back at the trailhead, and I had the entire place to myself. I didn't see a single soul, but now I'm back here in the parking lot, and there's two cars here. So obviously they were in there somewhere. But what's interesting is they both have out-of-state plates. One's a California plate and the other one is New Hampshire. So I don't know, that's a long way to come for somewhere like this. And especially considering that you have to have a hunting or fishing license to come in here. So they would have had to pay for out-of-state license. It's interesting. This is a very popular place though for rock climbing. Probably here in North Georgia, the most popular spot. I think if you were to go in Tennessee, a lot of people go to Sunset Rock and maybe into Savage Gulf. But for North Georgia, this is kind of this spot. But anyway, it's interesting. And I had a good trip, and I definitely will be back.